Welcome back. Well, Dr. Zach, you've got a 1956 Ford Thunderbird. What is the story behind this car?
This Thunderbird, again, was one of the models that Jude saw it, liked it, and we wound up acquiring it. It was actually the first of the first two cars that we ever got involved in that were economical enough for us to be able to purchase and then plan on. I didn't have to do total restorations. I could make it a driver and enjoy the car.
Sure. Now, this has got the porthole hardtop, which is a very unique look to the 56. It's got the Continental kit back here.
And the Continental kit. That's
I actually grew up in high school. One of my best friends, his dad let him inherit his 56 Ford Thunderbird. So all the way through high school, I drove around in a white convertible just like this.
Did it have a red interior?
It had a white interior.
A white interior.
Yeah.
How nice.
Now I see there's a bear in here driving this car. That's pretty cute.
Actually, this is the car that Suzanne Summers drove in that movie American Graffiti.
You're right.
A lot of people remember her, the blonde in that, and there's a white one. It's very interesting. Well, it looks like it's a good candidate for a restoration. It's very complete and in good shape.
It's all here.
And these are iconic, classic American cars, the 56 Ford Thunderbird. Now, I see another British sports car up here. So you really like the British sports cars. What's the story with this?
This is a 1954 Austin Healey 104, and it's equipped as the M model, which was an upgrade from the original 104. This car, right-hand drive.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's beautiful.
It came into this country as a right-hand drive, and the history on it is still uncertain. We're not sure if this is an M or just a car that was done up as an M, but done at the dealership in England.
My MGA had the same thing. You reach inside to pull a little cord down, and that's the door handle.
Yeah, side curtains and a door handle, and you can't lock them.
Yeah.
The true British sports car, you have to suffer. Otherwise, you don't have a British sports car.
I love the body lines on this. I love the chrome bead, in fact. Like a lot of cars, if they have a bead, it's just a piece of rubber or a piece of vinyl. This actually has the chrome trim. It's got the windshield that rakes down. That's a real interesting look.
That was the race look that Donald Healey, the original designer and builder of this car, made sure was built in. So it could be a car you could go from the street into the track. This car is an interesting car to me because the very first sports car I ever owned was a 104 Austin Healey. It was also red, but it was left-hand drive, same interior, and it was a parts car.
Yeah.
And a person I knew on Long Island at the time had it. I convinced him to give me his parts car, and I gave him a car that was similar to Christine, a 1968 Plymouth Fury.
Oh, those are beautiful
cars. We traded out.
Yeah.
He took the Fury. I told him he needed a tow car for his other car, and I got this. I spent the better part of a year restoring the car, got to drive it for about 5 months, and the old story as it goes, on a rainy, sleety, snowy day, a woman hit me and wrecked the car.
Oh.
My father sold the car out from under me, and I've been looking for this one since 1960.
So you got your old car back.
I got my old car back.
Wow. You know, I've actually buffed out a couple cars we're told were raced by Donald Healey. They're the Austin Healey 3000s, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're very beautiful cars, a lot like this. Now, I love the hood. It's got the louvers. It's got the leather strap going across there. Can we take a look at the engine?
We can.
Yeah. Now, what's the significance of this being a 100M?
The 100M had a cold air box, which, if I get this open quick enough, we'll be able to do.
Wow, this is incredibly great shape. I love the way this looks.
This was the thing that made it unique. It was this cold air box that brought cold, fresh air in from the outside, brought it in, and then into
the
mix and fed the carburetors. The carburetors are slightly oversized by a couple of thousandths, as are the pistons, rings, and everything else. So Healey made the M, and which is why it got to be called a 100, is because this car was a 100 horsepower, 100 mile an hour car.
Wow, that's a great story.
And that's the story behind
it.
it.
The engine's actually pretty beefy for a little four-cylinder. It has a lot more size to it than the engine in the MGB.
As I understand them, they were originally a design that came off of a truck. So this engine by no means was a very sophisticated engine, as the body design was more sophisticated probably than anything else.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. It's got the wire wheels, the knockoffs. It's got a beautiful chrome grille, spotlights up front, Headlight protectors for rocks if you're out there running it just a little bit too hard. Oh, that's a beautiful car.
And again, the 3-speed with an overdrive makes this a drivable car.
Yeah, so it must be a lot of fun to take this out on a sunny day.
It's a hoot.
Yeah,
This one and this one only goes out on a sunny day.
well, that's beautiful. Now, being a doctor, I think you'd have a luxury car.
Well, yeah, we do have a luxury car, and she's over there in the other bay.
Well, tell you what, if you want to see what that luxury car is, come right on back. We're going to take a break.
What's in the Garage, presented by AutoGeek.net, is being brought to you by Wolfgang for long-lasting protection and a crystal shine, available at AutoGeek.net, and by Low Car Performance Products, quality plain and simple, and by Pinnacle, science and nature in harmony, available at AutoGeek.net.